Hibino Tsubaki is the protagonist of the drama Today Our Love Will Begin. Her family owned a photography studio. The girl entered high school. Tsubaki did not do well in her exams and did not get into the school she wanted, so she had to go to another one. At school, students did not dress the way she was used to. Tsubaki was dressed in an old-fashioned way by the standards of today's school. On the stairs, people paid attention to her because of her outfit. Tsubaki ran into a boy whose name was also Tsubaki. At the student assembly, a new school president was elected. It was Kyoda Tsubaki, who already had his own army of fans and girls in love with him. The guy's words of advice were to do everything and enjoy it. As it turned out, Hibino Tsubaki and Kyoda Tsubaki were classmates and their desks were neighboring. Kyoto began to bully the girl for her appearance and hairstyle. The girl took out a pair of scissors and threatened that if he did not stop teasing her, she would do something to his hair. Kyoto's classmates who were in love with him began to stand up for him. They threatened Hibino that if she did something to Tsubaki's hair, they would not forgive her and would do something to her in return. Hibino Tsubaki took her backpack and ran out of the classroom. The next day, Hibino was the object of ridicule. Hibino was appointed chairman of the committee, and Kyoto volunteered to be in charge of the Spring Festival celebration. The class did not want to participate in the festival. Students began to leave the classroom. They did not want to listen to the girl. Hibino approached Kyoto, and the boy said that he would help her only if she asked him out. Otherwise, it would be her fault that the class did not participate in the festival. It was hard for Hibino Tsubaki to say, but the girl asked Kyoto out. Kyoto Tsubaki immediately began to give orders to whom to do what. The girl did not understand why everyone listened to him. Kyoto suggested that all the girls come in yukatas, but the students began to say that they could not wear them alone. So he immediately said that Hibino would help them put them on. After class, Kyoto approached Hibino and asked her where his thanks were for everything he had done. He would expect a thank you from her on a date. The girl clarified that she had asked him out only to help her. The guy was sure that she liked him, but Tsubaki explained that she had no feelings for him, that he was not the guy she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. Since then, he began to look at the girl differently. Unbeknownst to her, she began to get along with Kyoto. It was the spring festival, and Hibino Tsubaki was dressing the girls and asked one of her classmates to do her hair. To the girl's surprise, Tsubaki made a beautiful hairstyle and the girl said that she did her sister's hair every day, so she knew how to do it quickly. The classmates were surprised that Hibino was easy and interesting to talk to, and they exchanged phone numbers. Kyoto came into the classroom when Hibino was writing her phone number. He told her that she had done a good job, but that she would not have succeeded without him. Kyoto's friend came into the classroom and said that girls from another school had come, and he suggested that he go and court the girls. But Tsubaki refused, saying that he still had a lot of work to do. Hibino told him that he didn't have to ask anyone if he wanted to go out and meet girls. Sakura, Hibino's younger sister Tsubaki, entered the classroom. Her classmate Tsubaki immediately took a liking to her. Hibino was called by her classmates to finish preparing for the festival. Sakura saw Kyoto and fell in love with him. She wanted to meet him and have him give her a tour of the school, but he refused, saying that he had a lot to do. But Sakura took him by the hand and dragged him with her. Hibino was watching them. There was a contest for the best couple at the festival. A girl and a boy were talking about what they liked about their partner. Hibino Tsubaki was watching the contest. Kyoto approached her and the boy said that the yukata didn't suit her, and if she put on a mask, she would look like a ghost near the weeping willows. The girl left saying that she would look ridiculous. The girl began to stack the boxes. Kyoto asked her why she was taking pictures of everyone else, but not of herself. The girl replied that she was ugly and unattractive, and that she would rather make others beautiful so that they would have good memories and say thank you in return. There is nothing better for her. Hibino started talking about his hair again. She said that Kyoto should get a haircut. She knew what hairstyle would suit him, with which he would be even more beautiful. Kyoto asked why he should let her cut his hair. While the girl was cutting his hair, she thanked him and told him about herself, saying that in middle school she was considered a freak. She only dreamed of having friends with whom she could goof off and pick fights. Hibino finished her work. She said it was better than before. Kyoto stood up and wanted to kiss the girl. Hibino pulled away and asked if he really wanted to kiss her. He pulled away and said that of course he wanted to make fun of her. Kyoto told her how tired he was. The girl had been with him all day, and he couldn't even get a girl to come over. Hibino apologized for that. Kyoto reminded her of the date she had asked him to go on. He set a time and place. He emphasized that they would not only hold hands on a date. Tsubaki approached her sister and asked if Sakura had any nice clothes for her sister. Sakura realized that her sister was going on a date and asked if it was with Kyoto, but then she said that a handsome man like Kyoto could not go on a date with someone like Tsubaki. Sakura told her sister that she really liked Kyoto and was thinking about taking the first step to ask for his phone number. Tsubaki decided not to borrow her sister's clothes and went on a date in her own clothes. Kyoto saw Hibino and started insulting her for her clothes. He suggested going to the movies to see a movie about love and eroticism. She resisted, but he persuaded her. The couple went to the zoo anyway. The girl was looking at a polar bear in awe. Kyoto asked what she was thinking about when she decided to go on a date. The guy took her to the store to choose new clothes and to the salon to change her hair. The girl's transformation was perfect. Kyoto could not take his eyes off her. He was pleased with the result. Tsubaki did not know how to walk in heels, and Kyoto led her by the hand so that she would not fall and break something. That was the first time she was called beautiful. Kyoto brought the girl home. He had a room with a starry ceiling. He started to hit on the girl, wanted to kiss her. Hibino pushed him away and started crying. She was against sexual activity before marriage. Kyoto was shocked by the girl's choice. Hibino ran out of the room. At home, Sakura saw her sister's clothes. Sakura wanted to wear the clothes, but Tsubaki forbade her to, and they tore the clothes in a fight. Tsubaki did not know what to do. She realized that she had fallen in love with a classmate. Kyoto's friends started hitting on him, and the guy told her that he did not sleep with the same girl twice. Hibino saw them hugging. In the classroom, Hibino saw an astronomy textbook on Kyoto's desk. She opened it to look at it and remembered how Tsubaki had told her about constellations. Kyoto caught her at his desk and asked Hibino if she had fallen in love with him by chance. The girl said she hated him and that he should go to the girl he was hugging. Kyoto admitted that he and his friend from middle school used to bet on girls that he would seduce them. But since Tsubaki won't be sleeping with anyone until she gets married, he'll leave her alone. Tsubaki returns home to find that the clothes Kyoto gave her are gone. Sakura came to Kyoto at the restaurant where he worked as a waiter, dressed in the clothes he had bought for Tsubaki. Her sister came to ask him to help her with her studies so that she could enter their school next year. He replied that her sister could help her with her homework. Sakura asked him to look at the clothes she was wearing, and she emphasized that they were her sister's clothes, which she had struggled to get. Kyoto's friend saw something on the clothes and asked Sakura to come back. Kyoto saw Hibino and ran after her. The girl saw everything that happened. Tsubaki asked her why she came to him or if she came because she was in love with him. But the girl said he was wrong. She was only looking for her sister. Kyoto invited his friends to study at his house. At Kyoto's house, Hibino met the father of a classmate. He was surprised that a girl was brought to the house. The boy suggested that they go to Kyoto's grandfather's house for the summer vacation to catch up on their studies. The friend noticed that Hibino had a good figure, and he received a gift from Kyoto. The friends had fun on the beach. Kyoto and Hibino spent a lot of time together between them. Sakura told her sister that Kyoto had invited her to his room, and she would gladly go there to be close to her lover. Hibino was sitting on the beach when Kyoto approached her from behind and told her that Michiko was with her sister. The boy really wanted to get closer to the girl, and Tsubaki helped him with this. Hibino burst into the room where her sister was and screamed. Sakura began to tell her sister that Kyoto was very handsome, but his friend was very gentle and he was a good backup. Tsubaki told her sister that she loved Kyoto. Sakura asked her sister to confess her feelings, since they are mutual, and her sister noticed that Hibino likes Kyoto. Hibino found Tsubaki looking at the stars. The boy was surprised that the girl was reading books about space. He hugged her from behind, and he admitted that he had already made a decision not to court her anymore. Kyoto asked Hibino to watch a starfall together next Christmas. They agreed. Hibino told Kyoto that she liked him. This scared him. Tsubaki compared the girl to some woman. The summer vacation was over. During the first days at school, Kyoto did not pay attention to Hibino. During a lesson, Kyoto asked to be moved and went home. He told him that Tsubaki had been betrayed by the best woman, his mother. She ran away with her lover on Kyoto's birthday. The woman gave her son a telescope and asked him to put the telescope together with his father and eat a cake when he returned from school. When the son asked if she would not eat the cake with them, the woman said that the three of them would eat it and that she loved him very much. Tsubaki and Nisiki ran away from school. The boys saw Tsubaki's mother getting into a car with another man. That's why Kyoto thinks all women are traitors. On his birthday, Kyoto had a lot of gifts, which he threw into the trash. Hibino, Michiki, and Sakura were preparing a surprise for Kyoto. The girl wanted to make another confession, and if she was going to be rejected, it would be better to her face. Kyoto's friend overheard everything and decided to help them. Michiki called Kyoto and asked him to come to school. There was a surprise waiting for him in the classroom. Kyoto looked up at the ceiling and saw a starry sky. Hibino confessed her feelings once again. The girl said that the boy was fixated on his pain, that he did not pay attention to the feelings of others. He behaved like a child. Today is the worst day of the year for him, but he doesn't need to cling to it anymore. That night when they were at the observatory looking at the stars, he was smiling. He always pretends to be tough and tries to be strong, but he was different then. Hibino wants to get that smile back. The girl said she liked him. She put on a polar bear mask and sat down. Kyoto asked her to come back. He picked up the girl, took off the mask and accepted the gift from her. He will continue to accept gifts in the years to come. He trusts her, so he asked her to trust him. Kyoto kissed Hibino and the couple started dating. The girl said that if they got married, she would be called Tsubaki Tsubaki. For his birthday the next year, Hibino gave him a movie as a present, as she had promised. All this time they were dating. The couple went on a date. The girl had everything planned out. Kyoto was surprised that the girl had planned everything to the minute. The couple quarreled, and the girl thought that Kyoto was bored with her. So she went on the Ferris wheel alone. When she came out of the booth, Kyoto picked her up and took her back to the Ferris wheel. Kyoto noticed that Hibino was tired and had blisters, so he bought her a pair of comfortable slippers and put them on her feet. At that moment, Hibino felt like a princess, even though she was not, but Tsubaki was like a real prince to her. Hibino studied a lot and planned to go to university. A friend of Kyoto and Michiki wanted to introduce them to his girlfriend, but it turned out that she was an old friend of the boys, and that's how they planned the meeting of old friends. The girl from America returned to Japan to study. The friends went ice skating. Hibino did not know how to skate. Kyoto wanted to help her, but she refused so that the boy could spend time with his friends. Hibino saw Nano talking to Kyoto. Hananoi, a mutual friend, asked Hibino why Kyoto chose her, but she didn't know what to say. Hibino decided to leave her friends and went home. Hibino admitted that she was jealous of Nano and Kyoto. Michiki said that Nano and Kyoto were the most beautiful couple in middle school. Nano rejected Tsubaki and they were good friends. Sakura said that her sister should try to keep her lover because now she had a rival. At the bookstore, Nano told Hibino that she and Kyoto were each other's first love. Kyoto came home. He did not understand why Tsubaki did not answer his calls. He answered the phone and heard his mother's voice. The father told him that last week his mother had called and he had talked to her on the phone that she was in the hospital, she had cancer, and she wants to see her son, but Tsubaki told him not to mention the woman. Hibino approached Kyoto and apologized for the last time. She asked him to go on a date, but he refused, saying he was busy. He received a message from Nano to go to the science museum. He agreed. Hibino went to the planetarium alone. At the planetarium, Hibino saw Tsubaki's father. She noticed that his hair was loose. Nano told her that Kyoto would break up with Hibino when they went to university. They had promised to study at the same university. Kyoto forgot about the promise. That's why Nano came to Japan to get him. Kyoto's father told him that his ex-wife was in the hospital and he wanted to visit her, but he didn't know how. Hibino asked if Kyoto knew that she was back, since he hadn't told her about it. When Hibino accompanied Tsubaki's father to the hospital, she saw Kyoto with Nano on her way back. The girl ran away, and Kyoto ran after her. Hibino was crying. She was upset that Tsubaki did not share important things with her. He did not tell her about his mother or his relationship with Nano. Hibino said that he didn't tell her everything because he valued Nana, but not her. Kyoto turned down his girlfriend and went out with his friend. Hibino asked why he made people feel lonely. She asked him why he didn't want to see his mother, and he replied that it was none of her business. Hibino suggested that they not see each other for a while. The girl ran home. Nano watched them quarrel. Tsubaki received a message from Hananoi, asking her for help. She was supposed to be a fashion model. Hananoi remembered Kyoto, and the girl remembered the question he had asked earlier, why Tsubaki had chosen her. The girl started to cry. Hibino watched Hananoi make other girls beautiful, and she asked him to let her work in his salon. He agreed. Michiki showed Kyoto a magazine with Tsubaki's photo and told him that Hibino was working for Hananoi. Kyoto went to his friend's house and heard that Hibino was working hard to become the right girl for Kyoto. Nano called Kyoto and invited him to go stargazing together for Christmas, but the boy refused. Hibino was still seeing Kyoto. She asked Hananoi to give her extra hours on Christmas Day. Hibino plucked up the courage to tell her parents that she didn't want to go to university. She wanted to become a hairdresser. The girl doesn't like studying, but she tries to make her mother proud. But Hibino had already made her decision. Kyoto's father came to see her and asked if his son would spend Christmas alone. The father shared that he had forgiven his mother only after meeting her. He realized that if you love, you will forgive a person everything. His father said that life is short, there is not much time, in the scale of the universe it is just a moment. Kyoto went to the hospital to see his mother. Nano called Kyoto and asked him what he was doing. She asked him not to be late because it was about to start, but Kyoto told her not to wait for him. Nano confessed that she had been in love with Kyoto since middle school. Kyoto told Nano that he loved Tsubaki. She was the only one who told him everything straight and saved him more than once. The friend said goodbye. Tsubaki ran to his beloved. Hananoi brought Hibino to Kyoto's grandfather's house, where they had agreed to watch a starfall with their beloved a year ago on Christmas Day. In the house, the girl recalled the best moments spent with Kyoto. Kyoto burst into the house. He was late because he had missed the last train. He hugged his beloved. He told her that he had met his mother and even called her mom. Hibino said she had a dream. She wanted to become a hairdresser. Kyoto supported her in her choice. Kyoto declared his love for Hibino. The couple kissed. Hibino did not wait until the wedding. They spent that night together.